Boeing, NASA is choosing Elon Musk's SpaceX to help bring home the 2 American astronauts stuck in space.
Bring the Boeing Starliner home uncrewed is a result of a commitment to safety.
Tonight, NASA has finally revealed how it plans to pull off its newest mission, getting 2 astronauts back to Earth.
Boeing employees were left humiliated after NASA announced that SpaceX, Elon Musk's company, would be rescuing 2 astronauts stranded on the International Space Station due to issues with Boeing's Starliner space capsule. Astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams, who were originally scheduled for an 8-day mission in June, now face a 6-month wait until a SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft can bring them back safely. The Starliner, plagued by a helium leak and thruster problems, has forced NASA to seek help from SpaceX. A Boeing employee, who asked to remain anonymous, said the situation is a major blow to the company, which is already facing scrutiny after several commercial flight incidents earlier this year. "We're embarrassed and horrified," the employee said. "We criticize SpaceX all the time, and now they're the ones saving us. It's shameful. Morale is at an all-time low, with many blaming NASA for the public embarrassment." Although Boeing insists that the Starliner could safely bring the astronauts home, NASA opted for SpaceX after testing the craft for over 2 months. The Starliner experienced a helium leak before liftoff, which worsened after docking at the ISS, along with several thruster failures. While some issues have been resolved, NASA decided it was safer for Wilmore and Williams to return with SpaceX's Dragon Crew 9 mission in February 2025. "We believe Starliner could do the job, but NASA didn't want to risk it," the Boeing employee explained. NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager, Steve Stick, mentioned there was some disagreement over the risk, but ultimately NASA chose to go with SpaceX. Boeing declined to comment directly on the decision, stating that they are focused on ensuring Starliner's safety and successful return to Earth. Boeing has already spent $1.5 billion in cost overruns on top of its $4.5 billion contract with NASA, which aims to make Starliner a second mode of transport to the ISS alongside SpaceX's Crew Dragon. The space race has always been fraught with triumphs and setbacks, and this situation highlights the critical risks involved in space exploration, raising important questions about its future. In the early 2000s, space exploration was mostly dominated by government agencies like NASA, Roscosmos, and ESA. However, things started to shift with the entry of private companies. SpaceX, founded by Elon Musk in 2002, was among the first to make big moves in this field. With a mission to cut space transportation costs and enable Mars colonization, SpaceX quickly became a major player. At the same time, aerospace giant Boeing was also aiming to make its mark in space. In partnership with NASA, Boeing developed the CST-100 Starliner, a spacecraft designed to take astronauts to the ISS and beyond. The Starliner directly competed with SpaceX's Dragon capsule, with both companies vying to prove their technology was superior. This competition was part of NASA's Commercial Crew Program, which aimed to restore America's ability to launch astronauts from U.S. soil after the Space Shuttle retired in 2011. The program fostered innovation by funding multiple private companies to develop crewed spacecraft. Boeing's Starliner program had a troubled beginning. Intended to be a reliable spacecraft for transporting astronauts to the ISS, it faced many technical challenges and delays. In December 2019, the Starliner's first uncrewed orbital flight test, OFT-1, ended in failure due to a software glitch that caused it to miss its intended orbit. Though the spacecraft safely returned to Earth, the mission was only a partial success, and Boeing faced intense scrutiny. An investigation by NASA and Boeing revealed multiple software errors in the Starliner, some of which could have caused a catastrophic failure. Concerns about the spacecraft's safety and reliability led to calls for more testing before it could be certified for crewed missions. Despite these setbacks, Boeing remained committed, and in 2021, attempted a second uncrewed test flight, OFT-2. Unfortunately, technical issues, including propulsion problems, led to the mission's postponement, further delaying the Starliner's entry into service. As Boeing struggled with the Starliner, delays began to have real-world consequences. In early 2023, a group of astronauts found themselves stranded on the ISS due to ongoing issues with the Starliner. Originally scheduled to return to Earth aboard the Starliner, their return was indefinitely postponed due to repeated delays and technical failures. This situation posed a serious dilemma for NASA. The ISS has limited capacity to support astronauts for long periods, and the stranded crew members faced dwindling supplies and health concerns. The psychological toll of being stranded in space, far from their families, added to the urgency. In response, NASA and SpaceX developed a contingency plan to bring the astronauts back to Earth using SpaceX's Dragon capsule, which had been successfully flying crewed missions since 2020. However, this plan wasn't without risks, as the Dragon wasn't specifically designed for such a mission, raising concerns about the feasibility of the transfer. As the situation with the stranded astronauts grew more desperate, Elon Musk made a shocking announcement that shook the space community. In early 2024, during a press conference, Musk revealed that SpaceX had uncovered serious flaws in the Starliner design, flaws Boeing had not disclosed. Musk claimed these issues posed significant risks to the safety of any crew flying aboard the Starliner. SpaceX engineers, working with NASA on a contingency plan to rescue the astronauts, discovered multiple vulnerabilities in the Starliner's propulsion and life support systems during their analysis. Musk warned these flaws could lead to catastrophic failures, putting astronauts' lives in danger. His revelation sparked a firestorm. Boeing and NASA quickly responded, insisting the Starliner was safe and that any issues identified by SpaceX were being addressed, but the damage was done. The public and media began questioning Boeing's transparency and the safety of the Starliner program. The already scrutinized Starliner program faced even greater criticism, with calls for a comprehensive review. Some even suggested scrapping the Starliner in favor of relying solely on SpaceX's Dragon capsule. Boeing launched an internal investigation and worked with NASA to implement safety measures, but public confidence remained shaken, leaving the Starliner's future uncertain. The situation also had broader implications for the commercial crew program, which had been seen as a model of public-private partnership. The challenges with Boeing's Starliner raised questions about whether private companies were meeting the same safety standards as government-led missions. As the Starliner controversy unfolded, NASA and SpaceX continued their efforts to rescue the stranded astronauts. In March 2024, SpaceX successfully launched a Dragon capsule to bring the astronauts home. The complex rescue mission required precise coordination between the ISS crew, NASA, and SpaceX. The Dragon capsule docked with the ISS, and the astronauts were safely transferred aboard. After months in space, they finally returned to Earth, ending their ordeal. The successful rescue was hailed as a triumph for SpaceX, showcasing the company's capabilities. However, it also highlighted ongoing challenges for the commercial crew program. While SpaceX proved reliable, the issues with the Starliner raised concerns about the program's sustainability, prompting calls for NASA to reevaluate its approach to commercial spaceflight and consider alternative options to ensure crewed mission safety. The Boeing Starliner incident and the stranded astronauts had significant implications for the future of space exploration. A key takeaway from this event was the critical need for transparency and accountability in the space industry. The discovery of flaws in the Starliner design highlighted the importance of rigorous oversight and independent safety verification, especially when human lives are on the line. The controversy also sparked debate about the role of private companies in space exploration. While the commercial crew program was designed to encourage competition and innovation, the Starliner issues exposed the risks of relying on private firms for crucial space missions. Some critics argued that NASA should adopt a more hands-on approach to ensure safety and reliability take precedence over profit and competition. The Starliner events also had implications for international space collaboration. The ISS is a joint project involving various space agencies, and the stranded astronauts represented several countries. The challenges in rescuing them emphasized the importance of global cooperation and the need for clear emergency protocols. In the aftermath, both Boeing and SpaceX faced critical decisions. Boeing needed to restore confidence in the Starliner program and resolve the spacecraft's technical issues. The company launched a comprehensive review and implemented additional safety measures, but it remained uncertain if Starliner could regain its status as a viable crewed spacecraft. On the other hand, SpaceX's successful Dragon capsule rescue further cemented its reputation as a space industry leader. With a solid track record of safe crewed missions, SpaceX was well-positioned to dominate the commercial crew program, though maintaining high standards while pursuing ambitious projects like Starship and Mars colonization would be challenging. The Starliner controversy underscored the ongoing need for innovation, investment, and stringent safety standards in the space industry. As space exploration advances, balancing progress with the safety of those venturing into space remains paramount. Ultimately, the Boeing Starliner incident was a stark reminder of the challenges and risks in space exploration. Despite recent advancements, the stranded astronauts' ordeal reinforced the need for transparency, accountability, and safety across all aspects of space travel. As private companies play an increasingly significant role, they must be held to the highest safety standards, necessitating continued collaboration between government agencies, private firms, and independent experts to address potential risks. The Boeing Starliner incident highlighted the crucial need for clear emergency protocols and contingency plans. The rescue of the stranded astronauts was a complex operation that demanded precise coordination and swift decision-making. Moving forward, space agencies and companies must develop and regularly update these plans to tackle any potential challenges during missions. The event also underscored the importance of international cooperation in space exploration. The ISS, a joint venture among several countries, demonstrated the necessity for clear communication and collaboration among international partners. As space exploration extends beyond low Earth orbit, global teamwork will be essential for the success and safety of future missions. Space exploration promises both great opportunities and significant challenges. The Starliner event reminds us of the risks involved, but also highlights the resilience and innovation within the space community. Companies like SpaceX are advancing with ambitious projects such as Starship and Mars colonization, while other organizations focus on lunar exploration and new space habitats. Balancing progress with safety will require ongoing collaboration and commitment to high standards. In conclusion, the Starliner's frightening discovery and the subsequent rescue serve as a reminder of space exploration's challenges and potential. They also reflect the industry's capacity to overcome obstacles and continue advancing, ensuring that space exploration remains a thrilling and vital pursuit for the future. I hope you enjoyed our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more educational content like this. Thanks for watching.